All right, so so we'll be very fast and we'll solve these questions that are they are just picked from one of the test one question past paper. All right, so this is BS 140 and it covers a lot of programs under scope business. So without even wasting our time, so shall we start? Okay, so we are given without performing the division, determine whether the function is a factor or not. So what you need to know, suppose I give you -1 is equal to 0, right? So if 1 is a factor, so it should give us equal to 0. So have you seen this condition? We need to satisfy this condition, all right? So when something is a factor, then it should satisfy this function or this condition. So suppose 1 is what? So what I'll do is I'll solve this one. So I'll say x is equal to now 1, positive 1, right? And if I were to replace there, that would be now x minus 1, which is 1 minus 1, which is equal to 0. And for sure, 0 is equal to what? 0. So this is the meaning when we say something is a factor. When something is a factor, meaning it gives us what? 0 when we substitute into those values or dependent value, independence values. So what we do is we have this function, all right, 15x cubed plus 14x squared minus 3x minus 2 like that. Okay, so if this number is a factor, then it should give us what? 0. So let's do it. Suppose we equal to 0, right? Because that's the condition. If it is what is a factor. Okay, so if it is a factor, it will give us is equals to 0. All right, so that's the condition we need to obey. So this is the value there. So it's 3x, all right, my plus 1. Then we solve it. We want just to get a specific value. So that will be 0. I mean, it's equals to 0 like that. You want just the value of x at this point. So then what you do is say 3x is equals to what? -1. Then you divide throughout by 3. So that will be x is equal to what? -1 over 3. So we'll replace -1 over 3 wherever there's x. So we'll have 15. All right. Whenever there's x, we'll put -1 over 3. All right. Plus 14. Okay. X squared. Now, whenever there's x, I said we put what? -1 over 3. So -1 over 3 like that. So squared. Okay. This is cubed. Then we follow that power. Okay. So that is 3 now. Open bracket. You put again -1 over 3. Okay. Then minus 2 is equal to what? 0. All right. So what we do here from here, we simplify now. Before even in fact multiplying, we'll say this is now 15. All right. Open bracket. What is 1? This is an odd power. So what would it will give us is more like -1 over 3, all right, times again -1 over 3, again times -1 over 3. This 3 times 3 is direct proportion, so you give what? 27. Over on top there, negative times negative is positive, times negative, these two give us what? -1. So there I'll put -1 over 27, all right, plus, okay, all right. So you put 14 there, all right. Then open bracket. This is an even power. So what will happen is that when it is an even power, then you have positive 1 over, you multiply that, it's more like -1 over 9 over 3 like that. Again times, all right, -1 over 3. So negative and negative is power 2. So it will be positive. Then 1 over 9. So I'll put 1 over 9 there. Positive. Then minus 3. 3 and 3 to be positive, this negative there and this negative to be positive, then over 3 again, then minus 2 is equals to 0. Okay, hope that is clear. Okay, so what you are going to do then from there, we'll say 3 into that, 3 into 15, that will be 5. All right, open bracket, -1, 3 into 27, that will be 9 of I guess. So like that, then plus, is there a number that we can put into that? That we don't have such a number. So we just put 14 over 9. Then this one is 1, right? Plus 1. Then minus 2 is equals to 0. So we want to see if it will give us 0, then we'll say it's a factor, all right? So, by the way, I'm not supposed to write these equals because I'm showing an equal somewhere. Okay, I'm just solving. So what I will do is I'll say this is now negative 5 over 9, all right, plus 14 over 9. Then that will be now negative 1 there. When you compute these two, it's negative 1. Then it's equals to 0. So what you do here is, let me take it just there. So that will be now, what is common there is 9. So 9 into that will be negative 5. Then into that will be what? Positive 14. Then minus 1 like that. Then it should give us 0. Then from there, what is that inside there? When you subtract 9, that is now 14 minus 5. What is that? So it will give you 9, right? So that will be 9 over 9. Then minus 1. So this is 1 again. So that will be 1 minus 1, which will give us 0. You see? So the condition is specified to say it should give us 0 when it is a factor. So we tell them to say when it is a factor, it should give us 0. Okay? So that's how you certify the condition, and we have shown how to do that. So that is it. You can just write it properly. Okay, so let's do the last one. I'm sure we'll do this is be the last one. No, there are other questions. I don't have a calculator. I don't know how to do, but we'll try to solve it. So what we'll do is let's solve this one. So this is a simultaneous in three variables. So what we are going to do is we'll write the same simultaneous x plus y plus z is equal to negative 2. So what I'm going to write again is x minus y minus 2z is equal to 11. All right. So then we have 3x plus 2y plus z is equal to 3. So you actually intend to remove at least one variable. When you get 2, make sure that you remove one variable, all right? Again, when you get the other two, so I'll get to this one and this one, all right? So that this one is actually close to be subtracted and it will give us 0. So what I'll get 1 and 2, all right? So when I write that, that will be now plus y plus z is equal to negative 2. Then here I have x minus y minus 2z like that, right? So, by the way, I'm writing 27 instead of z. So that would be 2z like that. Okay, then is equal to 11. By the way, this is just z. Okay, so that will be z like that. So now you can see now if I use negative like that, this will cancel too. So that will be 0, right? Then I'll say this y minus y. So it's more like y minus this minus here. Then again there's minus there, which will give us positive y. You see, then that will be 2y. So I'm just showing you that. So this and this, that will be y. It's more like y minus minus y, which will be just positive, which will be 2y, right? Then we have z minus negative 2z. So it will be z minus, again, minus 2z, all right? So that will be positive, right? So that will be 3z, right? So plus 3. Is this okay? Yes, this is z. So that will be 3z. Okay, we go and subtract that. Here we have negative 2. So we'll say negative 2, then this minus there, minus, then you put this 11 because we are now subtracting on the other side. Okay, so that will be now negative 13. So negative 13. So this is our equation 1. Okay, so that's how we'll be doing this. And this is, since we have equation 1 having y and z, so we also want to get the two other guys, which is this one and this one, 2 and 3, but we need to have at the end at least to have x, y and z as well. So I'll get this one. So I'll get 2 and 3. All right. So I'll say x minus y minus 2z like that is equal to 11. Then here I'll have 3x, all right, plus 2y, then plus z as well, then is equals to 3. So again, the goal here is to cancel x. How do I cancel x? You see, you just get this number 1 and 3, multiply inversely. So here I'll have mod 3, here I'll have 1. You see, so that will now give me what? 3x. Okay, but so that they become same here, I want to make them same. So then I'll put negative 3y. Then that will be now negative 6z. Then is equals to what? That will be now 33. Then from there it will be just the same thing because it's multiplying by 1. So then plus 2y. Then minus, that will be plus z now, plus z. I haven't done anything, I'm just distributing this one there. So that will be z. Then it's equals to 3. From there, then I can now subtract. You see, I subtract because of these signs, they are all positive. So I'll put negative between them. All right, you plan what you want to do. So this will give us 0. Then we'll have negative 3y minus what? So that will be negative. It's more like negative 3 minus 2, which will be just 5. All right. So that will be minus 5. Now there's y attached for both sides. Then you come here again, negative 6. So it's more like you have negative 6. Then minus this minus. Then plus what? Plus z. So you put z there, which is just 1, right? That will give us what? Negative 7, right? You put there, that will give us negative 7 is equal to the 3 minus that will be just 30. So these are the equation that we have. So we have negative 5y minus 7z is equal to 30. So these are the equations that will help us to solve even the other value for x. So we'll solve this simultaneous, and we know how to solve such simultaneous. Would have used we can use substitution method, we can use elimination method as well, which we are from just doing, and also other type of method we can use. But I prefer both. I prefer both for this case. And also there's just again another theory that I not use it, but I won't use it because someone will be confused. All right, so what do we do now from here? So these are the successful two equation. All right, so these are the successful two equations. More like we have now the simultaneous y plus 3z is equals to negative 13. So we have again negative 5y minus 7z is equal to what? 30. So how do we achieve this again? So I prefer using, for this case, anyway, let me use again elimination, or I can put substitution. Which one is good? Let me decide. Substitution will take me, these are big numbers, so let me just use again elimination. So I want to cancel something here, so I'll cancel these two here. All right, so I have the goal of canceling that. So here I'll put 5 here. You just put the coefficient here. I'll put what? 2, so that they become 10, just like that. So there it will be 10y on top. All right, then by the way, it's plus there, right? It's plus. So the 5 times that will be now plus 15. Z is equal to 5 times that will be 15. All right, then times 5 times what? That will be now 5. That will be now negative 85. Okay, so 5 times 3, that is 15. 15, you put 1 there. Then 5 times 5, that will be 6. So anyway, I'm saying 13 times 5. All right, that will be 15. Then times that will be 5 plus that 1, that will be 65. So we just put 65 there. It was negative, so it will be just negative 65 like that. Okay, then for this one, it will be just negative 10 now. then minus 14z is equal to 60, right? When you multiply that, then we subtract. So we'll add because I'm seeing already this one. So I'll just add because I have already a negative of this one of the coefficient of these similar guys. All right. So if I put a negative, then it will add it to give me 20. So there was no need of me doing that. So I'll just put positive. You look at what you want to cancel. The goal is to cancel. This one will cancel. It's more like 10 plus, which is minus now these two, negative 10. That would be now 0. So you come here again, you add these two. So that will be now z, because this is positive minus that will be just z. Then this is what? 65 plus that will be just negative what? 5, like that. So you have found z. So you can go in one of the equation, these two ones. So I'll use this one, which is smaller, all right, to find y. So I'll say 2y then plus 3 times negative 5, all right, is equals to negative 13. Okay, it goes like that. So it will be 2y minus 15 is equal to what? Negative 13. So that will be, again, it goes like that. That will be now 2y is equal to negative 13 plus 15. What is this? So we have it goes like 2y. What is now negative 13 plus that will be now 2, right? So you put 2 there. So you divide throughout. So that will give us what? Y is equal to 1, like that. So y is equals to 1. Let's find now x. We get one of these equations. Let me get that one, the same one. So I have x, then y is what? 1. Then z is what? My z is negative 5. So I'll put negative 5 there. All right, is equal to negative 2. So I'll say x, this is negative 4, is equal to negative 2. So when it goes the other side, x is equals to negative 2 plus 4, which is x is equals to what? 2. Okay, and we can verify if you want. We can try. We put there, all right? We verify that equation. We say, whenever there's x, I'll put 2, all right? Plus, whenever there's y, I'll put what? 1, all right? Then, again, whenever there's z, I'll put negative 5. So I'll put negative 5, which give us negative 2 answer. So this will be 3 minus 5, which will be negative 2. So this is correct in short. So that is correct. So that's how you can solve these ones very fast. All right. Okay. So what you are going to do here is we are going to compute this, and we find first the inverse. So the inverse, what you do is you write this function as the way it is equal to 2x plus 1 over x minus 1. So you put y wherever there's f of x. So you say y is equals to 2x plus 1 over x minus 1. So what you do here is you cross multiply there, all right? That will be y x minus y is equal to, that will be just 2x plus 1. So from there, then we group the like terms. So that would be y x minus, anyway, that looks like to be like 2. So that will be now yx minus 2x then is equal to 1 plus y. This y will go to the other side. From there, then we factor out what is common, x. We're interested in x making the subject of the formula. So when you factor out x there, it will give you what? It will give you y, right? Minus, then that would be 2, all right, is equals to 1 plus y. So you divide throughout by y minus 2, then y minus 2. So this goes. So in short, our x is now equal to 1 plus y over y minus 2. Okay, so therefore this is x the subject, right? So now we conclude to say, therefore the inverse of the function is equal to, wherever there's y, you put x now. So you put 1 plus x over x minus 2. So this is the function, the inverse. All right. So now this question, that's how you solve this question. You just use that one for secondary level, and you get your 2 marks. So that's how you find the inverse of a function. when given like that. When they are not 2, just given like that, use this one. Even when they are 2, you can use this 2 the same. What we are interested is your calculation and the final answer. We'll follow your calculation. So what we do here is, the condition is, we evaluate now f of -4, right? So we'll put those values inside there. I don't have a calculator with me though. All right, so what we do is, in short, in f of x, all right, in f of x, so what we do here is we find inverse now of the same inverse. Now we'll say the inverse of, all right, we put 1.33, all right. So this will put, wherever is x, will put 1.3, so put 1.33, all right, over 1.33 minus 2. So let me punch that on my calculator. So we'll say, let me punch. So that is 1 point. So I don't want to make a mistake. I know here it's now 2.33. Then over here it's now negative. Okay, so we have 1.33 minus 2. That will give us negative 0.67. All right, dividing that will be 2.33 divided by 0.767, like that. So that will give us, let me just write, it was given 2 decimal places, so I'm writing now, it's 3.47 something and something, so I'll write 3.477, so that would be now 4.48, like that. Okay, so that is my value of the function. So now they are telling me to say, go and put this in the f of x. Have you seen? So we'll bring the same f of x, all right, the same f, they have put something, the inverse is there, all right. Inverse of 1.33, we have calculated that it's equal to this, all right. So by the way, it's a negative. Then we have calculated that, all right. So now we are putting inside the what? The function f of x. So I'll go to the f of x and put this value that I have here, that I've found here, inside, because that's what gives me that value. So I'll go and impute that inside, all right. So that's the meaning there. You have to be very careful. So I'll put f of x, all right. So this was supposed to be f of x, so that you put this inside and f of x is there, all right. So it's a composite function. So whenever there's x, I'll put negative 3.48 plus 1, all right. Then over again negative 3.48 minus 1, like that. Okay, so you compute on top there. Then we say 2 times 3 point, say negative by 3.48, that will give me what? Plus 1, that will be 7 point, by the way, it's negative 7.96. Okay, then down there it will add, so that will be just negative 4.48, all right. Then from there, what we do is, now we divide the positive, the negative will cancel, by the way. So we divide now 7.96 divided by 4.48. So that is 1.78, like that. So this is the value that we needed. So sometimes you can try it out properly, but this is what my calculator has given me. Okay, this marks the end. You can register there for online lessons. Thank you very much for watching the video. Please subscribe. All right.